We're back, bitches. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Xeno, the personification of a cry for help, and we are back with more Dawn Chorus. I know, it's been a while, but I'm finally back to it. I mean, I had to complete 922 eventually, and Chinya and Wooded Demon Lords had updates that I needed on, so I got those out of the way. Wait, that sounds so negative. No, I love Chinya, I love Wooded Demon Lords, and I love 922, and I'm glad I played those games. But I know that Dawn Chorus is what y'all want. Well, actually, I don't know, do y'all care what I play? I mean, the view count certainly cares, but like, do y'all really care? I don't have actually that many visual novels to play now. I pretty much only have this. I mean, Chinya's caught up, Wooded Demon Lords are caught up, 922 is complete, I already finished that. I still have quite a few visual novels, like, in my roster that I want to check out, but I want to focus on this, because I do know that this game did come out in 2020, and it's been making monthly updates since, so I know there's quite a lot of content to cover with this, especially with each individual route. Also, I know that it has updated recently and stuff. I should probably download that update. But I don't know if that's going to affect my gameplay here, because I'm pretty sure the last thing it updated was it Bjorn's route or was it Jorgen's? I can't recall. Or was it both? Well, anyway, enough of those routes. We're on to Rune's route. We're still on that. And I wasted enough time talking, so let's hurry up and get into this. So the last thing we left off on, we were playing Spin the Bottle, we were playing Never Have I Ever. Travis is homophobic, by the way. Hashtag Travis is homophobic. And we went a little stargazing with Rune while we were on the rooftop, and that was one of the things that he's never done. So we got to experience that with him. And so that was cute. But I believe we're about to have dinner, if I can recall correctly. So let's get on to it. I closed the latch and it's all dark again. Stepping from the ladder, I bump into Rune again, who's struggling to take a phone out of his pocket. Finally, he gives up and just feels for the door handle in the darkness. I'm not a fan of that closet. Why can't they give it a window? Note to self, buy Rune a torch. At least they didn't lock us in there while we were on the roof. Imagine having to climb down from there. I doubt they ever lock it. Otherwise, why would it still be open at this time? Besides, Jorgen told me. Hey, had a good time? Oh, hey, Lake. Lake passes us in the corridor, a towel draped around his waist. Yeah, I mean, not the way you think, though. If I were you, I'd choose a comfortable bed over a dark closet, but I guess there's some thrill in that. Oh. We weren't fucking. Much to our chagrin, but we weren't fucking. Before Rune or I can retaliate, Lake goes off and walks into the sauna. Hey, that's not funny. I would likely find it funny if my heart wasn't hammering in my chest. I can't tell if Lake was being serious. It's always hard to tell with this lying. I better talk with him later. He didn't get any weird ideas, right? Knowing him, he's just teasing. Don't worry. Suddenly, Rune's phone buzzes in his pocket audibly. This time he manages to fish out the phone from his pocket easily, but his brows furrow as he looks at the screen. I better get that. It might take a while. Go to the cafeteria without me. I'll be there soon, okay? Sure, but who's... Not waiting for me to reply, Rune walks away into the main corridor. I wanted to ask him who's calling. Judging by his reaction, it must be something urgent. Okay, so we gave a mysterious phone call, and we're not gonna know who called them. Probably until later. The cafeteria is half empty when I enter. At first I thought Lake was just a quick eater, but we really must have taken a long while on the roof. A wave of relief washes over me when I see a lot of the plates with food still left on the table, alongside glass balls of water. I grab one and take a spot at one of the empty tables. I'll wait for Rune to eat. I hope he'll be here soon. Meanwhile, I sit and observe the students at other tables. I don't know half of them, and the other half I only know in passing. Most are in groups, leaning on the tables and chatting, their faces radiant. Some are sitting alone, like me, nibbling at their food with varying levels of excitement. Are they also waiting for someone, or do they prefer to be alone? Or maybe they don't know anyone here. My life might never touch theirs. Ah, it's my baby! It's my baby! Guys, you don't understand. I am really excited to get to this man's routes. I am so excited. Oh my god, I would go feral for him. I am going feral for him. I am a mess. I am a fucking mess. I see a chubby bear in front of me, and my brain goes haywire. I mean, you gotta understand, right? I mean, you have to understand. Oh, by the way, I made a poll on my YouTube post, so you guys can choose which route I do next after Rune. So choose wisely! Yeah! Another face appears in front of me, belonging to a bear I recognize. It mouths a question, but I'm too distracted to hear the words. Sorry, come again, I was zoned out. How are you doing? Oh, I'm fine, thanks. How about you? Saw you here having a blast, so I thought I'd join the good time. But for real, you were sitting here alone with a full plate. I thought something had happened. All is fine, I'm just waiting for someone. Oh, should I leave you alone? Oh, no, please stay. Please do, please do, please do, please do. I know we're on Rune's route right now, but god fucking damn it, this bear's hot. Thanks. We sit looking at each other for a longer while before Bjorn asks, So, who are you waiting for? Rune. He was supposed to answer a call and come here right after. But it's taking him a while already. He seems like a busy person, that's for sure. Are you two friends? I think so? I haven't known him for very long. Actually, I talked to him for the first time yesterday. Seems a bit early for the friend label. We kind of kickstarted our friendship in a pretty unusual way on top of that. Not many friends end up in one bed on the day they met, or do they? Oh, I see. So his appearance isn't misleading. What do you mean? He really is horny, but... You know what? I'll give you that one, Bjorn. I'll give you that one, only because you're hot. Bjorn, for the love of heavens above. Hey, I'm just pulling your leg, just messing with you. No need to get so flustered. Or was I right? No. Oh, wait. I recognize this kind of look. You like him, don't you? And you know what I mean. Do I? Of course I do. He's tall, athletic, handsome, and educated. He plays on a team and plays guitar as a hobby. The guy is a dreamboat. The fact that he even wants to talk with me is surreal. Of course I like him. Can you please not tell anyone? Sure. If it's a secret, then it's safe with me. I suppose you're still in the closet, right? Hey, what are you chatting about? Furniture? I did notice Rune approaching us, already with a plate in his paw and water in the other. There's not a shadow of worry on his face, and he doesn't seem extraordinarily happy. So I guess the phone call wasn't any big news. Maybe his grandpa needed some IT help, that's all. In any case, good timing. He just saved me from a conversation I wasn't really ready for. Come on, sit down. Plenty of space for all of us here. Unless you prefer to be alone and I should go. What a silly idea. Of course you didn't stay. Who was the call from? Oh, it was nothing important. So, how's the supper today? Ah, you haven't started eating yet. Sorry. Is everything alright? Yeah, all is fine. Why? Just got a weird feeling. Rune already started eating his food, shoving half of a sandwich into his maw, and I do the same, not wanting to fall behind. So, how did your day go? Quite fine, even though we didn't get to see the town. In the evening, we played some party games in the common room. Not much has happened apart from that. Not entirely true, but the bear doesn't have to know about that. Oh, wait. We didn't forget to invite you to the party games, did we?
No, don't worry. I didn't feel like it. I asked Travis to tell you.
Now that I remember, Travis did indeed tell us that Bjorn wouldn't come. He also did ruin our game of Spin the Bottle, that homophobic piece of shit.
Good night, guys. See you tomorrow?
Huh? He's already done? Ooh, something's up. Wait for me! I shoved the entirety of the cake remaining on my plate into myself and swallowed it hurriedly, getting up from my seat.
Okay, there's no hurry.
I thought he at least wanted to walk back to our rooms together, but maybe spend half of the day with me was already too much for him?
Good night. See you.
Something's up with Rune. Something's up with Rune. Tired already?
No, not really. I hoped for more pngtuber.
Odd. That's a weird thing to be sulking about. And blueberries?
Yeah, blueberries would be nice.
But it still was a nice supper.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Rune continues down the corridor with his head up high, but something definitely feels off. He's been acting weird since we came back from the roof. Maybe he just had enough company and wants to be alone for a while. Or he could have heard something that disturbed him during that phone call. He doesn't seem to want to talk about that call though. So I don't mention it and follow Rune to his room.
So, good night?
Sleep well. The door closes behind Rune and a heavy silence follows. As if I were at the bottom of a well. Not a sound to lessen the feeling of stifling isolation creeping up. What should I do? I don't think I can do anything other than go to my room and then to bed. You can't help someone who doesn't want help. I'll spend the night by myself today. Something's up with Rune. Something's up with Rune. It's dead quiet here too. I walk across the room and open the window slightly, so that some of the nightly sounds can liven up the room. Above the guest house is the same sky I gazed at with Rune just half an hour ago. Now it looks more distant and unreal, like a curtain draped over the earth. I fold my wings and light the match. I sit up on the bed, not really feeling like cleaning myself up now. This is not how I imagined this day would end. Same. I'm clocking the Sephora crap right here. I'm clocking the Sephora crap. I sat on the bed some more, unsure of what to do with myself, before finally hopping into the shower and getting ready for sleep. Then I read some more of my book, trying to silence my thoughts with the voice of the author. But that works only for a while before my concerns come back. Finally, I got under the covers, laid my head on the pillow, and waited for the tiredness to overcome me. But it didn't happen. I don't feel tired at all. I feel concerned. I unplugged my phone from the charger and typed a short message. Hey, is everything okay? I don't expect an answer, but at least I'll know I did everything I could. Maybe that would bring me enough consolation to let me fall asleep. What could it be, though? And why Rune wouldn't want to talk about it? Maybe he just doesn't know how. I'd really like to help him somehow. He helped me a lot yesterday. Took me in and let me stay overnight in his room. Offered tea and comfort. He took me to the roof and shared his time with me. What did I give him that had any value? How could I repay him even for these things? The wind howls outside. Maybe I should close the window completely. It's getting cold here, even under the duvet. I hesitate for a while longer, but finally my snout gets so cold that I'm forced to get up from the bed. Going back to the bed, I checked my phone.
Not really.
I was sure I wouldn't get a reply today. Do you want to talk?
I think so.
Want me to come to your room?
Yeah.
I gulp. Do I need anything with me? Probably not. We'll talk for a while and I'll come back here. Just something warmer to put on my back. Trousers for decency. Not like Rune hasn't seen me without them already. And that's all. I dress myself quickly, grab my phone on my way out, and leave the room. Looks like I'm overdressed for the occasion. Not that I'm complaining. Rune opens the door in boxers only, leaning against the doorframe. He doesn't look too good.
Hey.
Hey, do you want me to come in?
If you feel like it. I'm a bit of a mess. Sorry.
Rune smiles apologetically, withdrawing a bit further into his room.
I don't want to be a bother. I'm sure you have better things to do.
Well, I was going to close my window. I never did that before I left, didn't I? Well, my room's gonna be fucking cold. Like what? Sleeping?
Yeah, for example.
I ignore Rune and walk around him into his room. He closes the door behind me and leans on them. Gaze fixed on his bed, and looking rather lost and uncomfortable. Don't be silly. I'm here because I'm worried about you. So, what's going on? The stat slumps, his tense face contorted into a grimace.
So, I got a call from the coach.
Devin? Did he have to leave somewhere?
No, our team coach.
Did he get kicked off the team? Please tell me he didn't get kicked off the team. But that would make sense. Isn't he one of, like, the best athletes on here? He pauses for a moment and I don't press, giving him a moment to collect his thoughts. Or maybe just gather the courage to say it out loud.
He had a meeting with the team earlier to discuss the team composition for the upcoming tournament. And I was put on the bench.
It doesn't sound that bad. I don't know much about basketball though. How often do players from the bench get called in?
It's entirely possible I don't get to play in a game at all. At worst, in any game.
Oh. I can understand his distress and disappointment then. Playing is important for you, isn't it?
It is, and it's something I worked my ass off for. I can't be angry at him. I understand the decision, but I can't accept it. I asked him to wait with this just a bit more, so I could try to prove to him that I could be trusted with starting the game, but he already made the decision. Arvo, what am I to do? I thought I'd try my best, but apparently I have to get even better and do it fast.
No. But wait a minute. Do I want him to slow down? He does so much already, doesn't he? He plays guitar. He's working on a fucking project. But it looks like he needs to be encouraged. Fuck, damn it. Should I ask him to slow down? I mean, maybe it made sense. Maybe he's exhausted. And that's why he hasn't been doing as well in basketball as he should have. I feel like he needs to have good health. We are worried about him. Let's advise him to slow down. This doesn't really sound like a good idea. Frankly, I've been worried about you. You seem to always be working, even here, during the camp. This can't be healthy, and I think you know it too. Maybe this is the moment where you should pause and reflect on things, to make sure you're not burning yourself out. I mean, you can't keep on working like that forever, can you?
It's not meant to be forever, but for now I need to work to get where I want to be. Because otherwise, who would I even be?
Well, still you, I think.
What's me but a collection of my skills and achievements? I build myself through all of this. And I want to be someone, and as vain as it sounds, I want to be admired, Arvo.
That's really a weird way of thinking about this. I think you're foremost the person you are, your personality and your actions.
These are mutable, ephemeral. That way you could be one person today, another tomorrow. But skills, achievements, possessions, these are things you add to yourself over time and build yourself with. These are the things that show who you are. When you introduce yourself, what do you say other than your name? Your profession, your studies, your biggest achievements. That's who you are. This is who I am.
I don't agree, but there's not much I can do other than nod. He's stubborn, or maybe just so self-assured, and I just see I won't convince him now.
Besides, don't be worried about me, please. I know I'll be fine. This is a temporary setback, and I'll get through this. What I need is to get myself together and refocus.
Do you need company?
I don't know.
The dad sighs and looks away, looking defeated.
I'd like not to think about this for at least a moment. And I don't know if I can distract myself at all right now. But I'm tired too, and I don't want to be a burden.
Are we having a sleepover? Are we having a sleepover? Another sleepover? Another sleepover? We don't have to do anything. I can just sit here for a while and keep you company. We can try talking about something else and that would help you. Rune smiles, though not without some effort, and nods.
I think I need to lie down for a bit.
He walks up to the bed and flops onto the bed heavily, sending a pillow flying sideways, and covering his head with another. I lie down next to him, on the half of the bed where I slept yesterday. Rune's chest rises and falls, slower and slower, as he breathes deeply to steady his hammering heart. I think I could add something more and talk him out of working himself to death, maybe. But he said he doesn't want to think about it now, so I honor his wish. His paw lies on the bed, open, palm facing upwards, and I feel a sudden urge to hold it in mine. Maybe one day.
The older I am, the less I understand of this world, Arvo.
Rune's voice sounds from under the pillow, slightly muffled. He takes the pillow off his head and covers his eyes with a paw instead. Splayed out on a bed, he looks utterly defeated. But I know that this is just a moment of weakness, that he'll lift himself up, stronger than before this. Really? I think it's the opposite for me. When I was a kid, everything was new and magical. I barely understood anything. The more I learn about the world around me, the easier to grasp it becomes. There's no magic anymore, just biological and physical processes.
Kind of? But at the same time, it all made so little sense when put together. What are we even? Every attempt at a deeper reflection on this brings only confusion. From the simplest perspective, we're vessels for the DNA that replicates and recombines through us into forms better and better suited for the environment. Life is possible only because of the chemical properties of one molecule that can hold all the information about the vessel that it uses. Can you imagine how improbable it is for the universe to be governed by the physical laws that would allow for such a molecule to exist? Yet the world had to exist in this form for us, because otherwise we wouldn't be here to perceive it. But it all doesn't make any sense anyway, unless we're a terraformation tool, engineered to spawn countless forms from one planted seed, or something of sorts. Do I make any sense?
Yeah.
At least that.
Rune lifts himself up on the bed and looks at me, his fur disheveled, but his snout smiling.
Sorry, I hope I'm not bringing you down.
Maybe a bit. I mean, nothing you said is particularly optimistic. It's not really new to me, but putting it this way is rather nihilistic. It may sound counterintuitive, but maybe the best way to do is not think about it. I mean, it's something entirely out of your control, and while it concerns us, it doesn't have to dictate our behavior. If you think of yourself as a pre-programmed machine, it paralyzes you. But we're free to do whatever we want, and we can still have good lives, regardless of what our role in this whole cosmic story is. That's the best we can do, I think.
Maybe you're right, though it's not something I can just forget and stop thinking about. I feel so tired.
Rune lies down on the bed again with a groan, pressing his snout into the pillow. I think I failed to cheer him up. But at least he stopped being worried about the current situation, I guess. Maybe.
With a bit of luck, he'll chill a little and take some rest before diving headfirst into work again. I should find a lighter topic and take his mind off all of this. That's the least I can do for him. Hey, do you have a First.fm account? What? In response from Rune. His eyes are closed and his breathing slow and steady. He's asleep. He must have really been tired. I didn't stay for a while longer and see if everything would be fine with him, I guess. I take off my t-shirt and toss it beside the bed. Lying in bed with clothes on feels kind of inappropriate. It doesn't change the fact that I don't have much to do. Too bad I didn't take the book with me. I could browse something on my phone, but I'm getting sleepy already. Not really in the mood for that. Just as I want to leave, Rune rolls over and puts a paw around me, pulling me closer. Aww. This is so beautiful. My back makes contact with his torso, fuzzy and warm. His paw rests on my chest, and he presses his head against the back of my neck with a sigh. I tense up instinctively, dazed. Rune must have expected me to react differently, because he moves away a bit, breaking the contact between our bodies. Arvo? Yes? Is this okay with you? Yes. I press up against him. My smaller body fitting me against his like a Polaroid fits inside a frame. Rune in turn snuggles himself into me, resting his head against my neck again. His eyes are wet with tears. I can feel them soaking through my fur. His heart is beating fast, hammering in his chest and pumping blood through the paw that rubs my chest slowly, in a gesture that feels more appreciative than intimate. He's warm, so pleasantly warm, and smells comforting, like a nice evening spent on a balcony in early autumn, when the leaves explode with color. He doesn't smell of anything in particular, only of himself, but it's the nicest scent I know. It makes me feel happy and safe. I turn my head a bit so that my snout touches his paw. I hope he doesn't mind that. I mean, we're already snuggling half naked in his bed. To my surprise, he lifts his paw and rubs my nose gently with his fingers. The tips of his fingers are stiffer than I expected, calloused by his guitar playing. It's an odd feeling, but not an unpleasant one. I nuzzle at his paw in return, hoping he'd appreciate that. I'm happy. I still can't believe this is happening. But Rune's torso, rising and falling in rhythm with his breathing, his paw patting the tip of my snout, his warm breath on my neck, they're all almost too real. I'm feeling a bit tense, afraid I might do something out of line that Rune would mind. This might be the last and only time I'm snuggling with him like that, I suddenly understand. I want to explore him a bit more, turn around and rest my head on his chest, but instead I let him snuggle himself into me and get the comfort that he needs. If this is the closest we'll ever be, then so be it. Right now, I'm overflowing with joy. I can almost taste all the oxytocin my brain is pumping out. I really have a crush on him, don't I? The kind that doesn't let you sleep at night or think straight throughout the day. If I stayed in my bed, I would just lie there thinking of him. Rune. As he lies snuggled into me, his breathing slowly gets slower and his heart rate drops, until I'm sure he's asleep again. I grab his paw in mine gently, entwine our fingers, and whisper, "Good night." We're on day 3! That was so adorable! We got to sleep with him again! Aww! But yeah, I'm pretty sure us telling that he should probably slow down was probably the best choice. I don't want to encourage him to burn himself out, as much as he wants to do that. I don't know, that's just me. What would you guys choose? Let me know. Snowflakes fall on my unfurled tongue, melting immediately. The warm glow seeps through the thin cover of clouds, and I bask in it, feeling it spread over my body. It's so good to be outside. My legs hurt from sitting for half of the day and I desperately need a coffee. But even just being back in the daylight instead of a stuffy lecture hall wakes me up.
Okay, everyone, please gather here. Do you hear me well? Please, quiet. We have something important to tell you.
Wait, how did Professor Orange's voice know? Thanks, Devin. Professor Orange clears his throat, his voice suddenly loud and commanding, but clear like morning air. Thank you, everyone, for participating in today's lectures. If you feel like discussing any of the topics covered today in more detail, we will be holding a seminar in the cafeteria before supper. The return bus will depart at 1700 from the same spot we arrived at this morning. That should give you plenty of time. Remember, we'll be here tomorrow as well. No need to rush to see everything in one day. For now, you're free to do whatever you feel like. Thank you.
Please, don't be late. We won't be happy if we have to wait for you.
Nice! That's 3 hours of free time. You wanted to go to a tea house, right?
Yeah, unless you had some other plans.
No, sounds better than whatever I could come up with. Though I like to go around and take some photos too, especially of the coast. I want to see the coast too. We could go after the tea house. We should make it there in time for the sunset. Oh, and I need food. Preferably not too expensive. I think I stopped feeling hungry around the penultimate lecture, and just fell into this numbness of energy conservation mode. Needless to say, my state is dire.
That's good, because believe it or not, the tea house I found has a kitchen and they serve Indian food.
Just what kind of place is it?
Maybe more people want to go? I asked around yesterday, but nobody gave a definite answer.
You don't want to take Devin? I assumed you would since you're often together.
No, he has some plans of his own. He's going somewhere with the rest of the faculty, I bet.
I looked around, and from the people I know, there's Miko and Bjorn chatting together, and Lake with Jorgen also looking around. Who should we invite? Guys, who should we invite? Who should we invite? Y'all know why. Y'all know fucking why. Y'all know why I'm choosing this. At least I'm not lying to myself. Maybe Miko and Bjorn. You know them, right?
Not too well, but they seem nice. Sounds good.
Hey, Miko? I waved to the wolf, catching his attention, and he walks up to us, Bjorn following.
Hello, what's up?
We're thinking of going for dinner to a tea house. Apparently it has Indian food too.
Indian sounds great.
I don't know if I like Indian food, but I can give it a chance. A tea house sounds good.
Great, we can go then.
We're going to a tea house, we're going to a tea house, we're doing a tea house, yay! Oh, Bjorn, you were saying something about some Karl Ove? Bjorn grinned, quite obviously waiting for an occasion to return to the topic.
Yes, he's an author. I've read most of his books, he's absolutely fantastic. And imagine that, he was signing his books here, in a bookstore just today. He released a new one recently and he's touring with it now.
Oh, that's so nice! So you got to meet him?
Yeah, we talked a bit even. Not many people came, so we had a lot of time. I wanted to just get an autograph and greet him, but I couldn't pass on that.
Huh? You went to the lectures?
I left after a few to attend the meeting with an author I love. He shared some of his habits with me, and some ideas too. Like, the madman wakes up before the sunrise every day to watch it before getting to write. It says he gets all the best ideas at that time. He wasn't too keen on talking about any of his books, though. You'd think that if he was there to sign his books, he'd love to talk about them too.
Ah, interesting indeed. Though I think I can understand him a bit.
I don't. If I wrote something and was proud of it, I definitely would like to talk about it. What things mean, what my inspirations were, why I did something in such a way.
Definitely depends on the person. Some don't like too much attention.
Well, he said something that was hard to argue with. That everything he wanted to say in the book was already in there, and that he doesn't need to comment on it.
I guess?
I don't think even reiterating anything would hurt, and he could shed some new light on it maybe.
So here we are. This is it. Through narrow streets lined with colorful houses, some brick, some wooden, we've made our way from the center to the heart of an even livelier but cozier district, full of cafes and small stores. I love it. I have to go out here later and get lost in all the winding alleys and squares. It makes me think of some magical medieval fantasy, something straight out of a computer game almost. It looks welcoming. Yeah, I thought it would be more, exotic, but it looks charming. Wait until you see the inside. And suddenly the smell of cooking reaches us. The mouth-watering aroma of garlic, tomatoes, and spices. So many of them in such high intensity that my nose can't pick them apart. My stomach reacts with a sharp pain of hunger, once again reminding me of how empty it is. Oh, it smells heavenly. Yeah, even better than my favorite one from Onslow. So, are we coming in? Any objections? None. Now get in before I class from hunger. We're going to a tea house. Who is this? Well, hello, sailor. One by one we enter, Rune closing the door. The inside is dim and hushed. The smells of tea and incense are stark contrast from the cardamom and cumin we smelled outside. The muted sounds of a bustling kitchen float out from behind a wooden door at the back of the shop. Behind the counter is a yak wearing a linen shirt, his large postures partially obscuring shelves with a dizzying amount of teas. Just rows and rows of tins and bats. It's so warm inside.
They ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
I can't read that. Gorda to Medad. God Medad. Oh, fuck! Oh, God! No, I'm gonna butcher this fucking language. I'm gonna get shit for it. I'm gonna kill myself right now. I am this close to ending it all. But okay, fuck off with that. Fuck off with that! Pabordet, Dadin's register, Tavlin her boards. I fucking hate my life right now. This is worse than me trying to attempt to speak Spanish in Wood Demon Alerts. God damn it. Fuck. Attack! I don't know if that was how you say it, but I don't fucking care anymore. Guys, today's dishes are on the board over there, and we can order at the table. I glanced at the board, but I don't recognize any of the names, even though it's in both English and Norwegian and some other language I don't know. Chana dal? Okra? Okay, no, okra. Roti, khichdi. No, none of these ring a bell. I guess I'll just ask Rune. Fine. Are there any tables for four left? Yes, there are a few in the main room. Sit down and I'll bring you the menus. Oh, okay. Thank you. One menu in Norwegian, 3 in English? 2 in Norwegian and 2 in English is fine. The main room is big and still mostly full. This place is quite obviously popular with the locals. Still, with people lounging around, some drinking tea, a few with metal plates with the rice and some curry, it feels quiet and cozy. We find a table at the opposite side, at a window facing a small square with a fountain, covered in snow. Before we sit down, I quickly snap a pic of it through the window, pressing the lens through the window pane. Here you are! The yak guy drops his 4 menus with a wide smile, handing back to the counter. They seem nice. Yeah, this place feels pretty cool. It seems a bit pricey, though. I read the menu. It turns out to be more of a book. There's pages and pages and pages of all the kinds of teas and infusions and drinks. Most of them I don't even know, let alone the individual teas listed. I guess I have to ask Rune about these too. And indeed, the prices are rather high. A teapot of any green tea costs almost as much as a whole dinner. So, do you know what you want? No. First time in a tea house? Yeah, and the names of the dishes seemed very cryptic too. I see. From what I saw, they serve complete meals here, so you get rice and roti. That's a sort of a whole grain flatbread, a vegetable dish, and a dal of your choice. Dal is a dish from legumes that goes together with the main vegetable one. They had okra curry and aloo gobi. That's potatoes and cauliflower in a tomato sauce. I recommend the latter. Not everyone finds okra palatable.
Well, have you ever tried fried okra? Yes, that's very American of me, but fried okra is really fucking good.
Though personally I'm a fan. And they only have one dal today, or ran out the others. Chana is chickpeas. 140 krone. Sounds fine, I think. Not much for this town. Remember that up here everything is a tad more expensive.
About the teas, anything you recommend? What are oolongs?
Oh, those are nice. They're somewhere between black and green teas, usually with whole leaves, tightly rolled into small balls. Their tastes range from flowery and subtle to milky or buttery, or even roasted and woody. You can brew them many times, sometimes up to like 6, and still have a lot of flavor in each brew.
Oh, so I can order one tea and get 6 cups out of it?
I'm pretty sure they serve it by teapots. That's almost always the case in places like this one, but yes. Same is true for green and white teas. You can brew them for a minute or two, take out the leaves, and then repeat 1 or 2 more times. Since you've never been at a tea house before, I suggest we take a few different ones of each time and share them.
Sounds good to me.
Well, I think I'll pass. These seem expensive. Each costs like half of a dinner. You can order a more casual black tea. They're near the end of the menu and cost much less. Thanks, I think I'm fine. Dinner sounds like enough. Okay, so how about 1 green tea, 1 oolong, and 1 black?
If you think that'd be a good set, sure. Isn't black tea just the usual stuff?
They have some nicer ones here, like First Flush Darjeeling or Yunnan Golden Tips. They're much more nuanced and fresher than what you get in the tea bags.
Okay, let's go ahead with that.
Arvo?
I'm curious about this one. Oh, masala chai is so fucking good. Actually, I want to say this. My friend manages an ice cream shop, and they make really good ice cream over there. I tried some. One of the flavors I tried was the masala chai ice cream. Oh my fucking god, that shit was so good. That and the salted caramel. It's really great. So, that's why I'm gonna choose this one. This one, masala chai, chef's kiss. I'm pointing out at the menu, at the position that sounds like the nicest, chai masala. Brewed with spices, served with honey and soy milk, this creamy delight is perfect for evenings with friends.
Are you ready to order? Yes, thank you. We'll take Jinwan Oolong, masala chai, gyokuro, and maybe Darjeeling autumnal?
We only have first and second flush at the moment, I'm sorry.
Ah, first flush then, please. And I'll take a set with okra curry.
For me, a set with aloo gobi.
For me as well.
I'll risk the okra curry.
Okay, thank you. Is that all?
Yes, thank you. So, how'd you like today's lectures?
They were definitely nicer to have in person instead of watching a stream. It went fine, but being there was much more focused.
They were a bit long, but at least interesting. I wish they provided some food during the break, though. I didn't know I was supposed to bring my own snacks.
There, the dinner is almost here.
But we just ordered.
There were vending machines on the second floor, but you didn't want anything from them.
They didn't have anything good.
The first few didn't really grab me, but then I left to see Snoutguard. But the university building was so nice I actually envy them. Ours is nice, but the view's here.
Here's your food. The same guy comes back holding a huge tray, and on it 4 metal dishes, each with a huge heap of food on it. Then the smell reaches us, mouth-watering and so delicious, of spices, fresh chili and ginger, of coconut and fresh bread. As Rune said, each plate put before us has 2 different dishes, a mound of rice, some red sauce, a cucumber salad, and then a flat, round bread, dark in color.
I'll bring you tea in 10 minutes. Please enjoy the food in the meantime. Have a dish smatter.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Wow, that's a lot.
And it smells so nice.
I take a spoonful of the curry and try just a bit. Worrying it might be too spicy, but no, it's delicate and full of flavor, but totally mild. Oh, this is good.
Oh yeah, the dal is just perfect. This is good, really. Though I see what you meant by okra. It's slimy.
Slimy. I'm glad I took potatoes then.
This place is so nice. And this yak, they really seem like they enjoy working here. Are all tea rooms like this? No, they're generally more plain. There's a tea house in Onslaught with a similar aesthetic, but this place takes it to the next level. Nice. It's very chill here, though I wish I had a hookah too. They go well with this kind of vibe.
Huh? You smoke?
Sometimes. I like how it feels and the whole ritual. It's relaxing. Yeah, but also horribly unhealthy. Not less than cigarettes. I'll stop someday. Maybe once I'm done with my studies.
I'm glad they don't have hookahs. Frankly, I don't really like to smoke. And I really just like usual cafes too. They feel cozy and have cinnamon buns. This is... well, it's for sure different.
I love to start a place like this. Something extraordinary. A place for people to come and relax. And if I could fit a scene inside and host concerts? Building something of my own while giving something to the community too. That's really the best kind of work, isn't it?
Sounds like a good thing. But only if you're ready to stand behind the counter and talk with people for most of the time.
Well, yeah. But it would be my own place. And I'd be happy if the guests were happy. Seeing the place thrive would already be a reward in itself. Having a spare like that would be incredible. I'd start a cafe with a bookstore, and I'd host meetings with writers, and bake my own meodonic.
It would be necessary to own thing, yeah? I'd rather own a music store than work in someone else's.
That's your current job?
Yeah, it's nice to have some extra money. Besides, sometimes I meet other musicians there. It's a good hangout spot.
So you spend half of your day behind a counter?
Much less than that. I'm working part-time, and it's not always fun. I'd be happy if I could work in my profession already.
I didn't know you have a job. That's nice. When did you get it?
I found it through another music store I worked at back in Helsinki. So I started working when I moved here. I was lucky when they were expanded at that time. The return of vinyl brought a lot of people back to the stores.
Oh, I bet. I haven't seen anyone buying CDs in a long time now, and that's a damn shame.
Because CDs are really great. More people should buy CDs. People should start buying more CDs. I mean, come on, they're compact. I get the collector's appeal of vinyls and everything. My friend collects vinyls, and I like to buy them some vinyls, you know, for like birthdays and Christmases.
But still, it's still quite popular. What do you think? But yeah, vinyls brought a lot of new clients.
Would I want to open my own place? I don't know. I never thought about it. Maybe something like a photo store? But there's a lot of them already. I don't think there's anything new I could offer. Besides, they don't make great hangout spots. But I see the appeal of what they're talking about. Building something truly your own. Working for yourself, organizing things you're interested in.
With this many of us want to open our own place, there's definitely something brewing here. How about you, Arvra? What would you open?
I think my future is either in research or photography. As nice as it sounds, I don't think it's for me. I cannot see myself standing behind a counter. Not really. I'm not enough of a people person, and making art or doing research is also a way of giving something of your own to the community, right? Just on a more global scale, usually.
And here are your teas.
The timing is great. We're mostly done with the food already.
This is Gyokuro. We're sharing all four. You can put them anywhere.
Great choice. So, this part is Darjeeling, the blue one is Jinwan,
and this one masala chai. Thank you.
These are already brewed. When you want your set of brews, please ring this bell. And away he goes, leaving us with 4 teapots and 4 small vessels that I imagine are their versions of teacups. Small and conical,
plain and with no handle.
Ah, I expected cups.
Oh, I have a few of these for making Moroccan tea to accompany hookah back at my place. They're nice. He really is in a great mood today. I haven't seen him this cheerful yet. Which one should we start with? I say we'll start with the least oxidized, so Gyokuro first. Rune grabs a teapot, and one smooth motion later, 3 of our vessels are full.
Bjorn, do you want some? It's my treat.
I'd be happy to try. Thanks for not leafing me out. I grab my cup and lift it to my nose. The aroma is honestly plain weird. Something between hay and broccoli.
This is weird.
I take a sip, and the taste is definitely not what I expected. It's vegetable-y and strong, without any hint of bitterness, but very savory. What is this?
This is the strongest green tea I know. It's plenty funky. I think they made it by shading the plants. It's one of the most expensive kinds of tea.
Wow, it's absolutely delicious.
Glad you think so.
It's a bit too weird for me. I can see myself getting used to it eventually, though.
I'll finish the cup, but never again, please.
Not a fan of green teas?
I don't think I tried many, but definitely not this one.
How about the next one, then? This one is an oolong, Jinwan. It has a milky aroma and tastes a bit buttery.
Buttery?
Oh no, he doesn't look ready. Only now I remember he was always a picky eater. Never adventurous with food. Maybe that extends to beverages as well? But all 4 of our cups are already filled. I lifted my cup with a dose of uncertainty. I lifted to my nose and... the last night I spent in Rune's room, curled up to him, comes to my mind instantly.
This smells like a person.
What? No?
It does, just a bit.
Not at all. What are you talking about? It kind of does. The scent of clean skin, fresh out of the shower, underneath the fur. But it's a very pleasant smell. It's just weird to drink something that smells like that. But I take a sip. Honestly, this is very nice. No vegetable notes, just butter and slight sweetness. The taste is rather delicate but pleasing.
This one is much nicer.
It's good, but I like the previous one more. I like them both. I couldn't really choose. They brew them really nicely here. They're not burnt nor too weak. It's the worst when a cafe has high quality teas and just purchase them with awful brewing. Okay, so now Darjeeling. Finish your cups and I'll pour you some. I finish the rest in one gulp. It rolls off my tongue nicely, leaving a rich, milky aftertaste. Is this like infused with milk or... Oh no, it's not infused with anything. This variety just tastes like that. This is definitely the weirdest tea I've ever tried. Now try this one. It's black tea, but very different from your usual packaged stuff. Let's see. The smell reminds me of leaves, mostly. Which makes sense, tea is leaves after all. But the taste is very light and pleasant. Very fresh, despite this being a black tea.
This is really nice.
Good, I was afraid you wouldn't like any. This one is good, but it lacks the punch and the freshness of the previous two. It's much more conventional, yeah, but still really good. For a black tea, it's great. If all black teas tasted like this, I'd switch from coffee.
You can find good ones for cheap. It doesn't have to be a Darjeeling to be good. I can always send you links to some good ones later if you want.
Why not? I can check them out. I don't think my budget can afford another hobby, though. What's the other? Oh, right, photography. Sorry. Yeah, the cost of filming instant photos is killing me, honestly. I was thinking of just switching to all digital, but it doesn't scratch the same itch. I just like analog photography. I think I get it. Though at least with the tea, you're spending money on something that's actually good for you and makes you feel nice, unlike with alcohol. But yeah, it can be good for the wallet. But then, what hobbies are? Writing. Oh, you're writing? No, but it's free. Right. This or watching or drawing. Okay, it's not hard to find a cheap hobby. But you chose one of the more expensive ones.
Yeah, at least the camera doesn't take too much space in my room. It's not like board games or guitars or synths.
Oh, I feel that.
Yeah. I lean back in my seat, soft curses like a cloud underneath me. Only now do I notice the music playing, very quiet and meditative. You know, this really is nice. Sitting here and drinking tea, I mean. I see the appeal now. Something about this has an otherworldly quality, as if time is functioning differently here, detached from the world outside the window.
Yeah, it feels soft somehow. Like, you know, as if it was holidays and we were sitting on top of a lonesome mountain.
Why holidays?
I don't know. Tea in winter makes me think of holidays.
There's one more tea to try. Already, it's our masala chai! As Rune pours the tea, the smell of spices envelops us like a soaked in scarf. The liquid is milky white in color, but not as opaque as milk. I don't even have to lift the cup to my nose to start salivating, but when I do, I notice also the hint of honey under the smell of tea, cloves, cinnamon, and cardamom.
Huh, that seems mighty fine. Yeah, one of my favorites. It's hard to brew at home, though. It takes a lot of time and preparations.
It smells nice and looks really nice. I taste and sip.
Oh, that's good. Milky, sweet, spicy, and deep.
This is ridiculously delicious. Why don't they serve it everywhere?
It's so good, I love it. Rune, great choices. Thank you for bringing us here.
Oh, that's the nicest one so far. I love it.
So, which one to pour you next?
I knew the masala chai was gonna hit. I knew it was gonna fucking hit.
I feel dizzy. Huh? Everything alright?
Yeah, just too much tea, I think. I knew tea had caffeine, but I didn't know how much. And apparently it's a lot.
Ah, I don't feel much, but maybe you're not used to drinking caffeine.
But it was worth it. It was a nice experience being there. I really chilled out. It was good to have something like this after a few hours of lectures. Wind ruffles the fur on my head, cool and fresh, blowing from the sea. Looking around, everything seems more colorful and sharp now, beautiful in the evening sunlight.
Yeah, now I'm thinking that maybe a part of why hookah relaxes me is the tea I drink with it.
It's close to sunset.
Yeah, I hope to watch it from the coast. It's quite a walk from here to the west of the city. Would you be up for it? Oh, I'm not fond of water. I'd rather stay in the town center.
I went and checked out the record store in the area. We don't have much time left today. Sunset sounds lovely, and I want to see the coast too.
Great, so we see each other down at the bus?
Yeah, see you!
Take care!
And we're left alone, standing in the empty alley, eventide glow on our faces. How nice it feels. The ruffle of the leaves, the evening atmosphere and the cold air, and the two of us, with this gorgeous town to explore. Rune's eyes meet mine for a moment before he looks away, and I remember this morning. How we woke up in the same bed. His arm across my chest. The alarm woke us both, and Rune jumped out of bed looking away. We didn't talk about it, and he acted just like his usual self the whole day. But now that we're alone, he seems to be thinking of it too. But how is he feeling about it? Rune?
Yeah?
How are you feeling? After the news from yesterday, I mean.
Well, not good. I wasn't prepared for that, but it's my fault for not working hard enough.
I don't think that's the right takeaway.
But it's not the end of the world. I'll see how it goes once the season starts. Maybe I'll get to play a lot, just not from the start of the game.
I nod. There's nothing I could add, really.
By the way, thank you for yesterday. If I stayed alone, I'd just keep thinking about it all night.
I was happy to be there. If you need that, then just tell me. I chuckle, but I can't be sure if you'll understand that as a joke or as an actual offer. I'm not sure which one it is myself.
faints. He's getting flustered. He's getting flustered. He's getting flustered. He's getting flustered. He's getting flustered.
Look who's flustered now. Now look who's flustered now, bitch. You were flustering us this entire fucking game, and now look at you. The roles are reversed. Uno reverse card.
So, this way. We should be there in 15 minutes. If I were to open a place like that, I'd like it to be outside of a city center. Somewhere more quiet and less commercial. Off the beaten path. If you want to make a community, it makes much more sense to target local people than tourists.
Right. And the rent would for sure be lower. I imagine the prices in the center had to be outrageous.
I don't really know. I didn't do that much research, but that's probably true. And after the closing hours, I could invite friends for some private events. That's the coolest part, I think.
Quite, yeah. A private bar. Now I really hope he starts his own place. We leave the town and walk through a barrier of greenery. When we turn right, the white coast opens before us. The smell of sea and the gentle breeze, water undulating, and the towering mountains behind them, stretching in both directions like edges of a crater, all hit me at once. Oh. And the sunset sky, stained orange and pink, reflected in the sea, distorted into splotches of color on the peaks and valleys of waves. My paw reaches into the bag for the camera by itself, and I snap a picture of just what's ahead of me. No regards to conversation paid.
Wait.
Only then do I take a look around. The town is just behind the trees, but here on the dirt path, we're surrounded by nature. A handful of people stroll along the coast, most dressed in black, looking at the horizon in silence. Left or right?
If we go left, we'll make it back to the town eventually.
So we turn to left, both quiet, the nature around us demanding full attention.
Living by the coast is absolutely the best.
Don't you live by the coast in Onslow? I remember you mentioning that.
Close to it, but the coast in Onslow is all concrete, plus some trees and pots. I like this place more.
It's so quiet. The town already was, but now it feels like we left all the sounds behind, and only a paw scrape against the dirt underneath. I see why.
It would be nice to still live in Onslow, but somewhere further from the center. Somewhere where nature's all around, untamed, not contained in pots and lawns. A house somewhere in the southwestern part, with a nice big kitchen and living room with windows facing south, so I'd have sun all day. I can show you which place I was thinking of. I think there's a metro nearby. That's definitely the most convenient option.
Rune grabs his phone and opens the map, looking around. Not a flat? They're convenient, and living in the center has so many perks.
I'm torn. Both are appealing for different reasons. I'll likely stay in a flat. It's less hassle, and I like having everything close by in walking distance.
Yeah, same. Though Onslow has such great public transport that you could get anywhere easily anyway.
I guess. Oh, isn't that Lake?
Indeed. Ahead of us is Lake Jorgen, walking in our direction. Lake is carrying a linen bag and seems to be very excited about something. A wide grin adorning his face.
Hey!
He waves with his other paw, jutting towards us.
Hey there.
Hey, I got something for you.
Oh, I got it. Look here.
Rune shows me his phone, finger pointing at a neighborhood at the very coast. At the same time, Lake takes out a paper box from his bag and shoves it towards Rune, his paw colliding with Rune's and sending the phone flying. Like in a comedy, the phone flies in a low arc, all three of us looking at it in a daze, and lands in the sea with a single heavy splash. Lake, you fucking idiot! Rune stares at the sea blankly, his arm still outstretched and paw open.
A feint!
Then he runs towards the water, hooves scraping at the gravel and sand. He fishes the phone out of water and shakes it, sending droplets everywhere, returning to the shore with his trousers soaked.
Is it working? I don't know. It's all wet.
He wipes it on his jeans before clicking the side button, and then a few times more.
No.
Oh, fuck. Rune, I'm so sorry. I have no idea how this happened.
It happens, don't worry.
He doesn't look at us, though. His voice is completely flat, just as his tail glued to his leg. Maybe you could put it in rice and it would absorb the moisture?
Do you have rice, maybe?
No. It wasn't waterproof? I thought most phones are now.
No, I got something budget-friendly. I don't need an expensive phone, and if I break it, I won't regret as much.
So I guess it came in handy now, at least. Just want to give you a cardamom bun. I bought a bunch at the bakery.
Thanks.
Maybe it's still repairable.
Maybe. I'd like to try at least. I can't even take out the battery. Now they're just built-in and not replaceable. Hey, what did I miss? Nothing important. Let's continue. We should be back at the parking soon. Huh? Everything alright? Yes, let's go.
And we continue along the shore in silence, now heavy with words unspoken. Rune tries to look cheerful, but his tail betrays his mood, and Lake lets down his paws the whole time. Both me and Jordan stay quiet, sensing that Rune doesn't need distractions, but rather some time to process his loss. Maybe the phone has a sentimental value to him, or something. I'd like to help him, but I don't know how. So I walk along, here for him if he needs to talk. I think that's where we should leave up. This is getting long. Damn. Rune is just unlucky. He gets benched for basketball, and now his phone's fucking dead. Wow. I feel bad for him. But also, he definitely has feelings for us. He's damn flustered too. He's so adorable. Yeah, I don't like it when you get flustered back, huh, bitch? Huh, bitch? But honestly, I miss the vibes of this game, and I can't wait to play more of it. But anyway, thank you all so much for clicking on this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a like, and subscribe if you're really interested. I'll leave a link to the game in the description below, as well as the game's handle on Blue Sky if you want to support them. I'll also leave links to my Twitter and Blue Sky if you want to support me on those platforms. And as always, I will leave in a link to the visual novel me and my good friend Zid the Red Panda made for the February Game Jam called When You Were Mine. Please don't show your support to it, and if you do like it, maybe consider rating it and commenting on it on itchio. We love reading those, it makes our day. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!